not only the true, but also the good. This is probably the commonest and most powerful argument in all the history of religion. Most people believe in the existence of God, not because they figured it out, but because they see saints. The world, the hard-nosed Roman world, became Christian because these hard-nosed Romans looked at these weird Christians and they said, wow, whatever they got, I want. I don't know what it is. Don't understand it. Seems crazy, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and whatever it is, it makes them wise and good and happy, and they look how they love each other. They're going to our lions, singing hymns and smiling while we're gritting our teeth and we're miserable. If the church is the whore of Babylon, where did all those saints come from? I wondered. The reason most of us chose to believe in God at all, I think, is that we saw that our parents were good, sincere, holy people. And we unconsciously realized that the true and the good have to be allies. The good has to be the splendor of the true. By your fruits you shall know them. A good tree produces good fruits. We see the good fruits, we say, well, that must be a good tree. How could the true and the good possibly lead in opposite directions? How could the human heart be that badly split? It couldn't. So I read the lives of the saints, and I was very impressed. And I think we've all got a saint detector in us. It's not infallible, but it's there. You can tell a saint from a sinner. I remember one summer at Ocean Grove, New Jersey, there weren't very many waves. So I was sitting on the beach waiting for something, and, well, I had to do something, so I got St. John of the Cross, which I didn't understand at all, and I was just bowled over by it more than I would have been by a 10-foot wave. I said, I don't understand this, but I know it's true. This is a mountain. My Protestant friends, knowing that I was reading the lives of Catholic saints, argued with me this way. Look at Catholic sinners. G.K. Chesterton was asked, is there any one really strong argument against Christianity? He said, just one, Christians. Good. And they gave me things like Fox's Book of Martyrs about Catholic persecutions of Protestants. And one made a mistake. He said, read some anti-clerical Italians. That's where the church is. And, they know the church there. They hate the church. They're all cynical. So I got Boccaccio's Decameron. He's a Renaissance Italian, anti-clerical, funny, scatological comedian short story writer. And one of these stories was supposed to convince me not to be a Catholic. It made me a Catholic almost. There's a pious French bishop of Paris who has a pious Jewish merchant friend, Abraham, who is thinking of becoming a Catholic. Abraham comes to the bishop one day and says, I got to go to the Vatican and make a business deal. See you in 6 months. Now, this was the time of the Borgia popes. Bad popes, really bad. And the bishop said, look, I'll be honest with you. Why don't you get baptized before you go to Rome? Because I don't think once you see what happens there, you'll be in the market anymore. And Abraham said, look, I'm a practical Jewish businessman. Business first, then pleasure. Goodbye. Bishop says, I've lost him forever. 6 months later, he comes back to Paris and says, I'm ready, baptize me. What? Oh, you didn't go to Rome? No, I went. Oh, you didn't do business with the Vatican? Yeah. You didn't meet the Pope? Yeah. And the cardinals? Yeah. You've seen that, and now you want to join? I don't get it. Abraham says, I told you, I'm a practical Jewish businessman. One thing I know for sure. No earthly business that stupid and corrupt could possibly have lasted 14 weeks. Yours has lasted 14 centuries. It's a miracle. The hypocrisy of Catholics is a very strong argument for the infallibility of the Church. When popes were assassinating each other, they never changed the doctrine that said, now you can assassinate a pope. When they had 13 mistresses, they didn't say it's okay for popes to have mistresses. The doctrine remained absolutely pure, even though the practice never was very good and sometimes was horrible. That was very impressive.